はい、こんばんちは、あみさんです。ザ・ウィッチャー3ワイルドハント53回目ですね。やってまいりましょう。で、サイドクエストちょっと残してた気がするんですけど、そこら辺をささっと片付けて、今日はメインクエストやっていこうと思います。アクシーでアルグールのトゲが消えるんだ。初めて知った。そしても今日も暑いですね。ああ、あれを、なんだっけ、ワイバーンかなんかを倒したところまででしたね。じゃあ、これこのままいっちゃいましょうか。場所。波の方ですね、かなり。でも、マーカーがありますね。ここかな。ここから東に向かっていって、
Go, go.
やってみましょう。階層が終わってるな。後で行きましょう。よし。グールと、なんだっけ、これ。アーティスポアだっけ。アナベラとグウィンドン・デ・ラ・トゥール、芸術庇護者、毒リンゴにより殺害される。赤は分かれてるぜよ。上ですかね。じゃない。なんか今矢で撃たれなかった？
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here.
いるんだよね。あれがいいのか。ここだ。だいぶこいつも慣れてきたな。さっきのあれだよね。ここだよね、多分。 れ、なんか言ってくれないかな。マーク出てるけどな。そのまま取り込めばいいんかな。で、まだいいな。あら。うわー、これいっぱいあるけど。
Some stench.
よいしょ。これ。これね。
Decaying bones. Kikimores must have tunneled into the grave.
なるほどね。OK、じゃあ行きましょう。馬残ってるな。行きましょう。おお。間違えた。フライしてくる。あっちを指してるけど、こっちを見てみましょう。わからない。上は
There's something here. Need to use the eye.
おお。
Interesting.
カーサス・フォーデリス。強そうな剣だね。騎士の誓い。騎将の騎士ラーモンここに眠る。かつて生きた男の面影を我が墓に求めることなかれ。我この心、この魂、この身のすべてを騎士道に捧げ、騎士として記録されることを願う。騎士道の象徴とは抜き身の剣なり、我その象徴の下に眠らん。我が名誉を守り、我が友を守り、我が心を守りし剣、兄弟よりも心安き剣。ついず罪なき者の口で、汚れざりし剣、この墓石とともに時を越えよう。ごめん、取っちゃった。取っちゃったよ。ごめんね。カエル剣か。剣です。これか。これ強いな。これ、そうか。行きましょうか。寄り道してみるべきもんでしたね。
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
Hmm? どうした?
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Detlef was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Detlef's hideout.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Detlef? You're both higher vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Detlef. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
手を吹きっぱだけど、あ、動いた。
was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned, him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would, with all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Not really in the mood for your concoctions, especially given how they make you say things you'd rather keep to yourself. Remember that aspect very well.
Geralt of Rivia, do I detect a guilty conscience? Word is, only those ashamed of the truth seek to conceal it.
Not about to fall for that. Forget it. Need a nap, and that's how I'm gonna use this time.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
ミュータントってそういうことなの？
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct. And a curse. In one place. That a coincidence? Or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the whites' saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the
Oh,
skeptical
なんか聞いたね。
smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into the vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
スポッテッドホワイトについて調べる。よいしょ。ホワイトだから、これか。 しょうがないことだ。スポッテッドホワイトはホワイトの亜種であり、ウィッチャーによって狩り尽くされ、すでに絶滅した。普通のホワイトよりも体が大きく、体表に斑点や体液のシミがあることからスポッテッドの名がついた。スポッテッドホワイトの多くは人の来なくなった墓地や人気のない自然の中に住むが、時には廃屋となった人家に住むこともある。彼らが最も情熱を傾けているのは、自らの唾液を煮込んだ、汁を作ることだ。刺激しない限りはあまり攻撃性を見せないが、脅威を感じると実に危険な敵となる。彼らは体温が下がると眠りに落ちやすくなる。なるほど。ウィッチャーは彼らに対する必殺技を持っていると言われる。ヤーデンの印を適切な場面で正確に使うことによる技だという。ウィッチャーに関する伝説はそう言われている。なるほど、ヤーデンを使うのね。イグニーが有効な手段って言ってるけど、気温が下がると眠りに落ちやすくなるんでしょ？近いの？そんなに近くねえな。これ行ったことあるところだよね、多分。そうかな。テルメ宮殿の遺跡から南に行くかな。では。うわー、いきなりだ。もういきなり押すのやめてくよ。勘弁してよ、もう。無視だ。うわー、なんかすごいのがいるぞ。ここら辺はこいつらばっかか。お前来るな。よし。オブレットがいる。うわ。
Our guests. Never a good omen.
いるね。 オッケー。まだいっぱいいる声がするんだよな。
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something.
お、
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right.
こっちは何が書いてあるの？
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
なんかあんな。よいしょ。シミのついた日記。ここ数日何度もめまいを起こしている。このことは今まで一度もなかった。これが続くようなら魔術や魔法は、嫌いだが仕方がない。薬草医にかからなければならない。めまいは一向に良くならない。最悪なことに痛みまで加わりだした。時々あまりに痛くて何も見えないほどだ。薬草医を訪ねてみた。感じの悪い老婆のマンションはまるで怪物を見るような目で私を見た。そして気味の悪い調合薬を手渡し、1日に2回飲むように言った。飲んでいるが少しも効かない。今日はいつものように鏡を覗き込んだが、あまりのことに言葉を失った。いつもなら小じわや目のクマがないかを見るんだが、今日は小じわはなかったが、小じわの方が増しちゃった。胸に毛が生えてきていたのだ。こんなおぞましいことがあるだろうか。あれ、忌々しい薬草のせいに決まっている。薬草医の顔面を殴ってやろうと思って行ったら、店が空っぽだった。私がこうなると分かっていて、急いで逃げたに違いない。どうも家族は何事か怪しんでいるようだ。生えてきた毛は切っているが、生えてくる速さが日に日に増している。あら、これ人狼かな。考えないようにしてきたが、もうこれ以上自分をごまかすことはできない。この状態の原因は薬草の作用ではなく、例えば前に追い払った年老いた物乞いの呪いではないだろうか。確かめなければ、誰かあの薬草医を探してくれる人を雇おう。考えがまとまらないし、書くのもどんどん難しくなる。家族はいない。何か食べたい。空のスプーンじゃなく、たっぷりすくって食べたい。何も食べたい。鏡、嘘。飛ばされた。そこまで書くの？
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary.
毛が生えてるって言うだから人狼だよね、多分。大丈夫かな？嘘。
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
運だらけ。じゃあこっち側見ていきましょうか。
No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
今ね。
Spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
スプーンの鍵のメモ、競売に出品予定の品であることを証明する。1210年、クリストファーソン&サンズ工房製アンティークスプーン型鍵、フィザントリー系店主、スミゴールサーキス氏所蔵。これスミゴールサーキスって人は後から出てくるの？別の部屋か。今の。
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
死体、そして文字がありますね。
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. Broken neck, indentation in the skull's lateral surface, smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him.
口かけた手紙、マスター・ルバッサー殿、あなたは長年無法者のお仕事をなさっていると知りました。少々変わった仕事をお願いしたいと思っています。おそらくなぜこんな場所に呼び出され、しかもなぜ私が直接お会いできないか不思議に思っていらっしゃるでしょう。今の私の状況では会うこと自体が大きな危険を伴うのです。それも私ではなく相方の方が危険です。でもそれは置いておきましょう。話の要点は私が呪い、または昔薬草園に飲まされた薬の副作用で苦しんでいるということです。原因が後者であることを祈っていますし、それがあなたをお呼びした理由です。なんだ、ウィッチャーかな、これ。相手。問題は私がそれ薬草医にかかった直後、彼女が痕跡も残さずに姿を消してしまったという点です。私はどうしてもこの病の正体を知りたい。だからあなたに依頼したいのです。かつてこの地域で薬草医を制御にしていた、なりわいにしていた、あの女性を見つけ出してください。そして見つけたら彼女が私に処方した薬について聞き出せる限りの情報を聞いてほしいのです。私の苦しみは彼女の邪悪な試みによるものならば、解毒剤を持ってきてください。後悔はさせません。私は修復ですから助けてくださったお礼は惜しみません。もし私の苦しみが薬草医のせいでなければ彼女には用はありません。その場合は私は恐ろしい呪いの餌食になったということになります。それをかけたら私が屋敷に友人たちを招いた夜に訪ねてきた物乞いで、呪いを解けるのは神だけでしょう。その物乞い見つけてくれれば倍の報酬を払いましょう。残念ながら私が覚えているその男の特徴といえば鏡を歩いていた。おい、鏡。あいつじゃねえか。名前忘れした。それでは、手がかりが少なすぎるのはわかります。でも何もないよりはマシでしょう。あとはあなたの優れた才能を信じ、幸運を祈るのみです。マレーネ・ドラスタマラ。女の人なんだな。まあさっきの話みたいなそうだったけど。あいつか。あいつが関わってるのか。
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
この文字だよ。この文字は何もないの。これが調べた。あと、ここか。いかがですか。
Actually does seem like a white's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
飛び出してくるとかやめてよ。
One I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy.
これなんかあるよ。
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
大釜食べましょう。
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
この外じゃないじゃん。あ、これか。これの中に入るね。OK。走ってた。もう一応見ときましょう。
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
なんかいそうな感じだよね、これ。よいしょ。
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Thousands of them here. White's been a
Ah,
collector for
spoon
years. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Ah, なるほど。この先はいけないと。じゃあ、隠れましょうか。うん、デッドバイデイライトだよな。すげえかっこよかった。うわ、気づいた？
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
一緒に食事をすればいいんだっけ？
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now.
そうだよね。
Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
座り方がかわいいな。
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, "None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror."
じゃあどういうこと？
Been searching for the right spoon for years, right? But curses can be tricky. Key to this one just might be that you can't eat with your own spoon. That's why we've swapped. This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down. Damn it, didn't work. Ate that vile stuff for nothing. Got the
Allez,
brute for
usons.
Regis at least. Can't do anything for the white though, except cut it down.
どうすればよかったの？ホワイトの後をつけるとどうなの？
Seems I'll have to kill the white in its own junk heap.
倒す？倒すと何かあるかな？セーブしとこう。アクシー使うんだよね。あとイグニって言ってたんだよな。あれ？
Shit. Screwed up with the curse. Regis will get what he wants though. There is that.
あ、トロフィーだ。呪いを解くどうすればよかったんだ。手で食べればよかったのかな。 ごめんね。これ何がいいの？いや、触らぬ神なの。どこになんだっけな。マーカーがあるね。こっちか。眩しい日の光だ。でも朝だよ、これ。朝だからね、夜中だよね。あとなんかもう一つ材料がいるって言ってたんだよね。ニンニク。
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from their hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Send your spies after me?
My watchers. Were something to go wrong, I could then arrive quickly to help.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshamutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage, sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason to dawdle. Teshamutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. 1 drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Teshamutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
You lead.
なんか、どこだという人、これは見てる人が
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch works only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Victim's been disemboweled, intestines ripped clear out. Scurvers have gnawed on this corpse. Repeatedly.
テシャムナの英雄、我こそは部族に身を捧げる者、人々の上に立つ者なれば人間の弱さを捨てん、何人より強く優れた者なれば民の守り人とならん、この身にあふれる力を持って部族の敵に刃を向けん。我こそは主にして奴隷なり、部族の意志を執り行う者なり、部族に仕えるためにこそこの剣と鎧を我に与える。あ、今ちょっとかな。
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
ここに入るのね。
Great many beings have breathed their last here.
でか一応。
Glyphs are carved into the rock, coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet, those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet, those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Detlaf's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Detlaf's. We both remained in this part of the world.
What?
Whose is this glyph?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and
なんだ
Detlaf's.
赤いの。
We both remained in this part of the world.
これは
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet.
あ、
Those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
もういいでしょ。あ、いよいよメインイベントですね。
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, sent shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
どうやってこれ今もらったのどれだ。線量。どうするの。 あれ吹っ飛ばすのか。あ、
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Its stench is so thick, I'd wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
えい。
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent, also my head. I started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
よし。頑張るぞ。
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able
Gabi.
to. We must forge through this, that is all.
We just smelled the blood.
スカーバーも破裂するやつだっけね。で、なんか来たぞ。
It grows. Worse. I shall overcome. Good.
あー、単価たあらららららら。結構これ、よいしょよいしょ。あ、来た。どうしようか。
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you.
ああ。まあ、でかいやつを倒さなくてもいいっていうのは良かったな。
The concoction.
can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
あ、戻ってきちゃった。
Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Dettlaff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you. The pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would in a heartbeat.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count. It
was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the step. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Dettlaff?
ああ、そうか、こっちはデトラフか。で、デトラフに
And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
デトラフによくしてくれた人がいて、
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
なんで殺しちゃったの
？Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him, still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse, cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with?
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
働く子供と玩具屋さん。じゃあこのまま進めてみましょうか。ここにいるんでしょ。よいしょ。
Bootblacks don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
今夜なの？白氷。夜っつったっけ？
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
All you need to know is, long as I'm here, you're not gonna touch the boy.
Is that so? Then we'll come find him once you're gone.
Try it, and I'll find you.
Is that a threat?
Yep. Leave the kid be and piss off.
Oh no. No northern sheep dittler insults us. We'll pummel the swine first, then spank the piglet.
おう、返
Get
させ
him!
てやる。
No, now let's not do
No.
anything rash.
Circle him! Circle him!
Teach you to help scofflores and cheats.
Shit.
Blat! Blat!
やべやべやべやべ。やべやべやべ。 カメラが
I'll avenge you, comrade!
Bat moves. I'll take him from the left.
Stay together! At least try to!
やべやられてもうた。
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding. Figured it out though.
Uh-huh, I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us. Some time in a cell ought to scare the dimwits out of you. Come on.
負けてもあるこういうのは。最初調子乗りすぎたな。
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make
やってたん
mud.
じゃん。
Bit about the mud's true. They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow. So, what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please. So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud
ア
and
クシーってや
clear.
ってくれよ、アクシ
How
ー。
much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
高えだろ。
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
いや、来た。
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture. You'll tell me what you know, for free.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. As you wish, sir. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No? But you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis, the air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of
これ
the
は
effort.
効果的だね。
Piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
待って、なんか今向こうで生えてるやつがいたのよ。
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right
めっちゃ生えてないです。
That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning the right thing to bribe them with. ファイト扉の家。 Red
これ
door.
か。
One the boot black mentioned.
We shall talk later. Let's find Detlef. We're close. I can.
めっちゃ辛するよ。
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum, and holler, Detlef, I'm coming for you. A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Ah, これが玩具屋さんか。
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Somebody fixed this recently. No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently.
これは上の階行かないといけないのか。立ち退き通知。立ち退き通知。本物件を店舗として使用するための家賃が未納につき、ボークレール裁判所は入居者アルリックド3府に対し7日以内に本物件を明け渡すようにここに勧告する。この勧告に従わない場合は債務者に対し懲役刑が課せられる。刑期は債務弁済調停において、決定する。これ何か調べる。
Nice little trinket.
大丈夫か、ロースクの隣に置いて。店主の手紙。おもちゃ屋さん、ずっと前からパパとママにおもちゃを買ってと頼み続けています。ママはいつもうちにそんなお金はないって怒鳴ります。パパにいつお金を稼いできてくれるのって聞くと怒ります。叩かれたこともあります。友達はみんな素敵なおもちゃを持っています。ラウラはクマのぬいぐるみがあるし、ミシェルの金髪のお人形は本物の櫛で髪を溶かせるんです。このまま一つもおもちゃを買ってもらえないかもって心配でおもちゃ屋さんに手紙を書きます。ずっと前にも書きたいと思ったけど、まだ字が書けなかったんです。今は書けます。もし他の子が欲しがらないおもちゃがあったら、私が返事にします。おもちゃ屋さんも、おもちゃもきっと喜びます。 笑わないで。子供だけどおもちゃは生き物じゃないって知ってます。生きているのは想像の中だけ。でも関係ありません。一生懸命可愛がります。アイザ。ああ、おもちゃ買ってあげたいな。アイザってどこにいるんだろう。
Attic, let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around.
疑わしい手紙。
Detloff van der Eretane, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it.
脅されてた
Proof
んだ。
positive Detloff killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
それで親友というか友達殺しちゃったんだ。
Any idea what it could be? Detloff have any enemies?
Indeed. Detloff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detloff yourself, whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him.
この人か。
With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Take it you have your doubts.
I know humans better than he does. Their capacity to be disloyal, dishonest. I also know she took her things. Not something one associates with the kidnapped, or those who disappear against their will. I'll save you the trouble of asking. No, I don't know why she left. I can, however, hazard a guess that Detloff grew angry one day, showed another, more monstrous side. Detloff's anger could frighten anyone off, though most who see it get no chance to flee.
Detloff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detloff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more.
目の前にあるよなんか。
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Tools were used recently. Detloff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renowed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
どこであった？全く覚えてないですよ。いや、あっちになんかあったの？
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count de Lacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter, all of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazaire ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renawed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
なるほど。このまま行ってしまいましょうか。ここですね、ボクレール。港にマーカーがあって、マーカー、標識。あら、よいしょ。また登んなきゃいけないんじゃないか。なことはやっぱあるよね。どこ登るんだよ。入り口こっちか。
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Whoa, this is work for a witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free, or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
シミでわかるのか。あ、匂い嗅いどる。
Yes. The west bank of the Saint-Latour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high.
ちょくちょくペチャペチャ音がするのはあれなんだろう。
It's simple. Saint Real. The 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
数時間後かな。これで武道園まで行くのかな。
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a
じゃないじゃ
vampire?
ない。
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
クエストのところがアンヘリエッタを護衛してカステラベル行くっていうかだけど、
Panthers have attacked the
途中なんか
wagon!
出てくるのかな。
We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this.
Come
なん
on.
かやっぱ出てくるのか。
Begone!
なんか出てきた。超か。強いぞこいつ。
Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
Thank you. Happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Whoa!
Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Ravello.
It's the best in Oltusan. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
公爵家の誰かじゃないの。
Slow now. Whoa.
A Witcher.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Game to see you.
刺激しないよう
Got
に
some
ね。
questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about San Real?
I am at your service.
This San Real, how many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
はい、もしかしてこの
You'll
ヒ
not
ゲの
get
やつなんじ
anywhere
ゃないの？
asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a
ないん
thing.
だ。
He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
なるほど。4。これ1269年だよ。そう。アベレージじゃない。
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
歴史はどうでもいい。 ちは。エストエスト。
Est est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
ボビーの少子。多分関係ねえな。よいしょ。ビオラの。
Fiorano, Dandelion's favorite, adores it.
Yes, that sophisticated palate of his.
ハングリーだからこれじゃないと。ということはこれか。ボミーノ、ボミーノ。
Got Pomino over here.
え？ちょっと待って、ないよ。あ、上にあるの？ハングリール1270年もの。欲しいね。
San Real, 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
そこにある。じゃあこっち？ここなかったか。これどうだ？1268年もの。欲しい。
San Real, barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
ってことはもうここしかないじゃん。はい。
Right here, 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek. Full?
Full.
あ、ただじゃなかったのかな。
This one's full too.
入ってる。
Full. This one's full too.
ラスト。入ってるよ。
Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of San Real? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start. Ready.
Step aside.
So?
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good.
これ早めに見つからないと酔っ払っちゃうとかないよね。あ、
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
これ相手わかんじゃない
Who do you sell the wine
の
to?
まずそこだよね。
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a
こ
foreign
れあいつじゃ
lilt.
ないな。鏡の
He
商人
claimed
じゃ
to
ないな。
hail from Sintra.
I've no Cintrin aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men, the kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it, have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight.
来てるそれはねえな。
Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
まあ
We
その
set
取
a
りだよ
trap.
ね。
Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
これどうしようかな。時間だからもう一旦やめときましょうかね。
Need a minute.
Make haste. We await only you.
さあということで、今回はこんなところで終わりにしておきましょう。
The important bit is yet to come.
結局、脅されて殺してたので、その脅してたやつを見つけようということで、死地していた紙についていたワインのシミからその、ワインの出所を探ってきてここで来たと。で、そのワインを何者かに売ってて、そいつのところにこれから行くということですね。なんだアストラだっけ、トリレですね。まあそこら辺を次回やっていこうっていう感じですね。もうこれ全部書いてあるのかな。そうですね。はい。ということで、もうレベルがだいぶ飛んじゃいましたけど、はい、このままやっていきましょう。ということで、今回こんなところで終わりにしましょう。それでは。